Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. So, we are back again, and today, our topic we will be talking about lead by example. But of course, before we dive into this topic, I came from working long hours, burned out, no business background, no computer background, and no social media background. But we are hunger for change and looking for the opportunity that can benefit us in a long run. And this is where we bring in this journey. And we are so happy and grateful to have this opportunity. And guys, if we can do it, you guys can do as well. My name is Rosaline. I am a digital business owner and a mentor. Now I'm gonna give a chance to my business partner to introduce a little bit about herself. Then we can dive into our topic. Hi, Sister Ressa. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hi. Like I said, we're here in our 90-day challenge. But before we start our topic for today, yes, I work long hours like everybody else. Like we have still have our full time job. I don't have business experience. I'm not a computer savvy, but I'm proud to be a digital business owner. And hi everyone, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. My name is Teresa. I'm digital business owner and a mentor. And today we gonna discuss our topic. It's about lead by example.
Yes, thank you, Sis Teresa. And I am so happy that we met our time again so we can do this go live together. So, lead by example. What does it mean to lead by example? Leadership isn't about titles, it's about actions and influence. People are more likely to follow what you do rather than what you say. And whether it's a business, relationship, or life, your habits and mindset the tone for those around you. So I would share a little bit, like for example, in our business, we have these mastermind classes in our community that happens before used to be twice a week, but now is once a week because we have our ongoing weekly Zoom meeting. So this very, very successful woman in the community, she said, you don't motivate your team. Instead, you lead by example. So what we all have different definitions of this topic, lead by example. For me, how I look and how this successful woman look is like you like for me, I'm being consistent on my business, posting, doing go live, doing you have to be active, like because I'm not that type of person that will tell my team to do this, but myself I don't do it. That I don't think that's a good leader. I don't think you'd be one of that, because if I'm in your team and you tell me what to do and you didn't do it yourself, I'm not gonna follow. So good is you do it first, then your team will follow your footstep. That's how I would look if I belong into that team. I will follow your footstep because it's a like you're going into a war. You make sure that you're briefing, you do the training first with your team so everybody is ready and prepared. So you lead in your team. Because for me, I rather I rather die first than my team. But anyway, yes, that's how a good leader should be. You lead by example. You do it first, you master this task first, then you train your team. And then, because as what they said, you don't send someone in there tell them what to do. Well, you don't even know yourself. So Sister Ressa will be sharing us why leading by example is powerful.
So yes, while leading by example is powerful when build trust and credibility. When people see you practicing what you preach, they trust you more. So what Sis Rosaline said a while ago, that if you're a leader, all you do is instruct your team what to do, but yet you're not doing your part. So you cannot build trust to your team because you don't do what you told them in your part as a leader. So you know, the saying, follow the leader. You know, if you're the
Right.
leader, if the leader won't do what you
I'm not gonna do it.
what instructs, then why should I follow? You know, why should I follow the instruction? So as a leader, you have to, like I said, lead by example. You know, in the business, you tell your team, be consistent on posting, but yet you're not doing that on yourself.
Right.
So that's not a good example as a leader on your team. Inspires actions. Seeing someone take actions encourages others to do the same. So you know how you people will follow when you see that you're a leader, but you have time to get everything organized and do whatever you want to do, you know, or whatever your task. um like sometimes, for example, in the business too, like, you know, when you do posting or doing go live, even this go live is not really a mandatory for us, but if the team will see you as a leader, you go live every single day, you didn't miss. So in their mind, that's the only way that they can push themselves to do what the leaders or their leaders, you know, doing on that be consistent. Create a positive ripple effect. Your behavior influences your family, business partners, and community. So you know what's there, it's like a ripple effect. Like, you know, when you do a lot of stuff, everything will follow. You know, it's a good, it's a good exercise for people or your team, or even in your family, even in your personal life. You know, we're not just talking about business, we're talking about our personal too, because what we are is we have to start in our personal life. Because if you don't have that foundation start in your family, you cannot really relate to the people or your team. You know, so you have to be you started in yourself before. Because yeah, you have a good leader, you know, you have to be open, and then you have to be like always positive. I know there's a challenges, we can avoid it, but it's, you know, as a leader you have to try your best to be
Yes.
positive in front of your team. So yes, that's what you lead by example. That's really powerful, because people will see what you do towards your team and toward to yourself, that you have to be consistent, you know, and then follow what you cannot just instruct your team and not doing into your part. So that's really
Yes.
important for that.
Yeah, thank you, sis. Because yes, that's what you said. If you just tell them and then without doing it, I'm sure that one other member of that team is not gonna do it. You know, so it's really good, to be a good leader. To be a good, like leader in the team, in maybe in business or in work. I am so grateful, as what I mentioned here, that my boss, like the manager, she's very good manager in our, like department. I'm very admire her, the way how she handles stuff. But yes, and then yeah, it inspires actions, and as what you said, it creates a positive ripple effect. Because if you're the more you create the good team, they're gonna become a strong. You have a strong team, they always be there and help you. Because always remember, your team success is your success. In life, we all have, like for example, your family. Any lead by example is not just in business, but in family, in your life, in a job. There is so many different types of as a being a leader, by example, lead by example. Next is how to lead by example in business and life. So first, stay consistent, show up even no one else is watching. Yes, that is a very, very important. Like for example, sometimes, like I would share here that when we do like Zoom, like sometimes there's nobody would show up, but at least in my part as a team leader, I'll be there and waiting for them. And then maybe after 30 minutes, someone showed up. But hey, at least you're there, and I did my part.
Yeah.
And then it was so funny one time because we did have our group, our first group go live, and then the first one of my teams, I said, I thought that wasn't serious. I said, when did I start joking? So enough, since what happened was only one showed up. Thank God
Oh
I
God.
was doing go live by myself. So yeah, it's supposed to be the whole group. Like we did a 10 days go live challenge, and then it was so funny because they thought I wasn't serious. But I did my 10 days. I finished that 10 days go live with them, and then I said in the last day we'll do a group go live so we can share our journey, our experience, and what we learned
Yes.
along the way. And it was so funny because they thought I was joking. So nobody showed up except one. I said, "Oh my God, thank you for showing up." Because yeah, but for me, it's a good, like, for me, like, my team will be watching and then observing of how I do, as their
Hmm.
mentor, so they can really follow me, because that's what they said here. You cannot really tell them what to do if I don't even master that yet. For me, I will do it first, then I will share them, and then I will share them the benefits of how good. So they want to try, they want to follow. And then walk the talk. Don't just and teach, demonstrate. That's what we're talking here. We can't just tell them, or we can't just walk and talk. Instead, we have to talk and walk. We have to do talking, talk the walks. We will do it first. I think that's how I would bring it, say it. And then because for me, I would say this is this is hard. Walk the talk the walk. So
I think there's a saying, but what is that? Like, you can't chew the gums. This.
so so for me, I would rather be the talk the walk. Like you talk and walk at the same time with your team. And even in life, for example, we have family, or in a relationship in life, with your family members, if you have kids, it's good to do the talk the walk. You do it first, and then you walk with them. You For me, I would master it first in every task, whatever task in business, in life that we have to do. You master it first, then you walk with them. You walk and you teach them, you along the way, you guide them. That's how we do in our business here, sis, diba? We
Yes.
we know the training as a mentor and a coaches is, once our new business partner unlock their training, we pretty much talk the walk with them. We guide them along the way, until they become independent and know what they're doing. But always remember, we'll always be there for them. It's a business, it's a lifetime business mentor and coach, that anytime you need help, someone will always be there. Next, I would say embrace growth. Be willing to learn, improve, and adapt. So, as what I always mentioned here earlier, that I mumbled myself, um, I would rather master the task than I can guide my team, because I want them to follow me, as what they said, follow your footstep. But how my team can follow the footstep if I don't even know what I'm doing in the first place? So learn, improve, and adapt. Then your team will follow and be proud of you. Lift others up, encourage, support, and celebrate others win. So that is very important. I think pretty much every single day here we mention this. Like, it's good to have that good support. Stay ground yourself with positive people that were truly happy in your success, and celebrate your wins. And as what we mentioned here, every progress is a win. Every small steps that we do is part of our journey, and that we should encourage and tap in our back of how proud we are, because in every journey, every little thing is a progress, that counts. So celebrate, and not just other hours, but others in our team. The beauty and the what I love about our communities is that we celebrate each other's success here, each other's journey, congratulate and how happy we are, because we know that it's not easy. This is a legitimate business, that it's not an overnight success. It's not a pyramid scheme because pyramid scheme is illegal. Our business is legal, and yesterday I just received my 1099. So I'm gonna I'm gonna process that paperwork. So yes, it's not an overnight success, and we know how the way how to get there, and it's not easy. So everyone of in our community is really, we celebrate and we cheer up, and then we're just so happy and support each other, and stay accountable. Take responsibility for your actions and decisions. So yes, as what, like I shared earlier, the other week, that I end up, thank God there is one showing up and my group go live. But for me, that's how I would show that I am responsible of my actions. Because if I do the talking without doing it, then of course nobody's gonna believe you the next time, and they're gonna think that they can rely on you. So be responsible, and when you make decision, when you make your actions and decisions, make sure you do it. Otherwise, your team is only observing you. If you're really the one, the talk, the walk, or the walk, the talk.
Mm.
Next is, I would say, common challenges and how to overcome them. Sister Reza will be sharing us here, and then hopefully our viewers or is gonna be watching this have some takeaways at the end of our go live. Go ahead, Sister Reza.
So yes, and lead by example is there's always a common challenges and how we can overcome them. So like I know we always feel like, you always think I was like feeling like you're not good enough to lead, and leadership starts with small actions. So when if we decide to be a leader, sometimes we have a second thought. Am I good enough? Am I a good leader to these people? But in the business, in the business, like now, we are the CEO of our own business. So if you're gonna think yourself that you cannot lead, or you cannot run your business, you know so that's this business, it's not in your it's not you're not in your call when if you think like that. But if you think that you can do it, then this business is for you. So that's what, like I said, when you want to be if you want to be a good leadership, if you're going to be a good leader, you have to step out and start small. When you start changing, or have a new if you step on a different directions, you have to take the small steps. At least you do a small step or small actions than not doing anything. Even though, how you would know if you're not trying to be a leader?
Yes.
If you don't step out, if you just like hiding there because you think you're not good enough, but you cannot prove yourself unless you try or you do it. You
Yeah,
have to start you don't have to be jump into a big business or a huge responsibility. You start small. It may a small group, and then after that you progress, and then you learn. There's a lot of strategy how to be a good leadership. There's a bunch of, like, you can research how to be a good leader. And
yeah,
that way, like I said, it's good to have that you do a small steps, but consistent.
yeah. The good
um
example here, sis, too, is that, like this. The good example in this one is, when we first started our business, we we clicked, and then we registered in our mentor's ads and website, and then we watched that workshop because that workshop is free. So that considered as small steps, and then we make that decisions to dive into the online world, and that was the smallest. It's free. Knowledge is free, an opportunity that opens up, and then before we realize how big really this opportunity. So yes, for our viewers who's going to be watching this, take that small steps for yourself when you registered, and make sure to watch that 90 minutes or 20 minutes recording video about the business.
okay, thank you. So the second one is worried about what other things. Okay, focus on your growth, and the right people will follow. Yeah, this is like really common, like in our journey. you know, like when we start doing the social media, when, because like I said, in our business we leverage the social media. So as soon you start posting, and then or you go live, then this in your mind, back of your head, you will say, what they can what they can think of me, you know. You know, it's like, what are you doing? So it's just for that stuff that you have to, you know, it's just a challenge that you need to face, you know, what other, you don't have to think what other people say,
You
you
get
don't
used
have
to it in a
to
way.
listen to them, because when you listen to that, you know, your whatever you want to achieve is gonna hold you back. So
I'll
let
follow.
go. Yeah, let go, and then just be yourself, you know. Show what you can capable of doing things, because it's hard to start, you know, or to get out in your comfort zone. It's hard, especially when you feel that you're already in your, you know, that feeling that you're in a good position right now. Your lifestyle being your whatever you are in now, you have full-time job. For them, if you're comfortable with that, that's fine. But that's not all about is working paycheck to paycheck, and you don't have any time freedom or financial freedom when you get to that age that, you know, you're still working. So like I said, we don't worry about other people's opinion. You know, your success is in your hands. So if you want to try and improve your lifestyle, you want to get a time freedom or financial freedom, you know, 5 years or 6 years from now or 10 years from now, you know, because if you don't do anything, you will be stuck at the same 15 years until your retirement, or maybe, you know, you gotta be working at the rest of your life. Because
Yes.
I know it will happen, you know. So second one is not seeing immediate results. Influence takes time. Consistency is the key. So
Yes.
I know there's a lot of well, we in our group chat we share that our journey, but it's not as about that you don't have a result, that like monetary result. Just think about the progress that you already came out in your comfort zone. You already faced your fear, like coming out in the or talking in the camera, going doing go live. So that's your results, you know. But if you want to do if you want to see result that with your business, it takes time. It depends how really how you have the effort and then time you spend in your business. If you only do so or like 50-50, if you're not really like think that that's your life is, you know, but you gonna think of how you can improve, and then
Yes.
find, and then, you know, that's it's in with you, because we already provide everything in here in this journey. We have all the training, all the Zoom meeting that we can improve our business. But it needs your time and effort, you know, how you gonna apply all those knowledge that they share from us. Like every weekend we have all this Zoom meeting that they told us, they share that all those people that they have the result in their business. So
Yes.
like I said, the consistency is the key. Sorry. Mom. So
Yes.
that's the only thing is don't stop, keep moving, keep pushing yourself, you know, because they will see the you see they will see you. People are just watching, you know, how consistent you are, how you wanna run your business. You know, if you don't show up, you only show up once in a while in your business, nobody will, you know, follow you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
consistent on your posting, and anything that you can do in your business, improve your business. That's all you is show up in your business every day. That's how
Yes.
you can lead by example in your on the
Team.
audience, you know. You know, you have to show up every day.
Yes, thank you, Sister Teresa. That's amazing. And I love how you bring up the worried about what other people think. Because I will share something. When I first come out of my comfort zone, and I decided to do interview, I decided to do go live, and then all of my coworkers at my full time, they're my friends and my Facebook. And I was so, oh my God, what are they gonna think of me? What am I doing on social media? So it's so awkward for me going back, going to work, and then my mind was thinking, oh, what they gonna think of me? Are they seeing me doing my live? And so, but really, in time, I did learn that in the beginning, it's awkward, but in time, you just don't worry about that anymore. So I realized, but now it doesn't bother me because I keep doing this every day. But in the beginning, it does that we do overthink. But really, just focus on your goal and then keep going no matter what. Because as what they said, that other people is gonna help you. It's not gonna help you become successful. So then, as what you mentioned here is that, like if not seeing result, of course, first, this is not an overnight success, as what we always share here. It's a business. It's like starting your own business, and then you really have put time and effort. And if you're not seeing result, and there is always obstacles, challenges that we come along, ask yourself, what did you do? Did you go back to the training? Did you learn? What did you do that you're not seeing result? Because it's not because of the business, it's because of yourself. First, the problem is not, they said, if you're not seeing result, look at yourself in the mirror, talk to yourself, what did you do that you're not seeing any result? And that's why you said here, consistency is the key. Even if nobody show up, as long as you show up and you keep consistent, because we do have people in our, not just here in our team, but a lot of our invisible audience are watching us. Of how you lead your business. What did you do your business? To see result, progress of how we run our business. So that is amazing. Be consistent, even if you think nobody is liking your post, you think nobody is commenting, you don't need that. They are watching us, because if you go to the setting of you, so your audience, you can see how the last time I checked is 1.8 million view audience who are watching. Oh my God, I got so many invisible audience. So yes, thank you, Sister Teresa. That was amazing, and I hope that our audience are gonna have takeaways. And before we in our go live, we always lead them with one questions, and feel free to comment below. Like, what's one way you can lead by example in your life or dream or business today? And we would love to hear from you and get inspired, and also we can learn and apply it into our life. As what we share here, we're not an expert, we're just sharing what we learn, and then hopefully we can inspire someone. Because remember, you don't have to be perfect to lead. You just have to be willing to take actions, be the example you wish to see, and watch how it transform your journey and those around you. That is the important that we should put it in our mind. Those leaders, they are not perfect. They also go through so many obstacles, challenges along the way. But it's just how they overcome and how they apply it into their life and their business. So we are not really, we did talk a little bit about our business here, but if you want to know and looking for an opportunity and you resonate our stories, we both came from working long hours, burned out, hunger for change, but no computer background. We were so shy when we first started the business, no social media background, and no business background. If you are hunger for change, because you are just, even you see yourself, nothing changes. But nothing changes if you don't take actions and change it to yourself. Make that decisions, ask God's guidance, and then register to our website. You will have the 20 minutes recording video that explains the basic of our business. And if you want to do live, there is a 90 minutes live. And the beauty of that, if you can go there, you can ask questions to our presenters. Other than that, we will be happy to guide you and answer your questions after watching our workshops. And if you are willing to keep going, just follow the steps. They will guide you along the way. And we will welcome you in the inside, and we will be happy to guide you along the way. We will be back again tomorrow for another topic. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you all. Take
God
care.
bless